Aloha, and welcome to another edition of Living Authentically Out Loud. Adena Sampson here, and today's topic, that's my story. That's right, and I am not sticking to it, that's for sure, so hopefully you won't either. So let's go ahead and get started. What's your story? That's my question for you today. What's your story? Do you use your past experiences, right, as an excuse for your current behavior? Do you use your past as an excuse for your current behavior? You know, your story is what you tell yourself over and over and over again in your head, right? And you use it to justify your actions. And you continue to tell yourself the same story again and again and again, and you continue to do it and tell everyone else about it, right? As well, anyone who will listen. And don't exclude yourself from this because you know you have a story. Most of us do. Most of us do. Maybe you've released some of it. Maybe you've released all of it. That's great. But if not, Byron Katie says, without a story, life only gets richer. So let it go. Let it go. You know, we tend to hang onto what's familiar to us because it keeps us safe, or we feel that it keeps us safe. But really, this causes us to suffer. You know, when everything changes, change everything. I just got done finishing the book by Neil Donald Walsh. When everything changes, change everything. And he really talks about, you know, it's really how we view change that makes all the difference. Ain't that the truth? You know, our pain really comes from holding on to this or that, right? Going left or right, up or down. Right, and conforming to really what we've been taught in this false reality, conforming to what we believe or how we believe things should be. Once again, should again. Let's not do that to ourselves, right? So, gosh, I mean, I cannot express that I know that a lot of us are going through this right now. You know, the world is nothing but our perception of it, right? And we really only see through ourselves, and we only hear through the filter of our story. So, you know, he talks about how our imagined truth creates our distorted reality. That is so the truth. Our imagined truth creates our distorted reality. Where does that come from? Our past data, right? Our story. And of course, it is possible to actually have and see the observed reality, and it's even more possible to see the ultimate truth and the ultimate reality, right? But we've got to let go of our stories completely. And that's difficult because when that happens, we feel like everything's falling apart. And so it is right now, is it not? If not for you, for me. Once again, I also finished a book by Pema Chodron, When Things Fall Apart. I read these books together simultaneously. And wow, when you let go of your story and everything falls apart, you're really left in an uncomfortable place, right? But we need to know that this uncomfortable feeling is not the enemy. It's a gift that says, get honest and inquire, go within, right? So, I don't know about you, but I've been feeling for quite some time now, probably maybe almost 2 months, I've been in this space of not knowing. I don't know. I don't know is my answer to many things, and I have to tell you, I've never felt this way in my life. I've been an overachiever my whole life. I've always done, pushed through, moved through, been very, very productive. And maybe that's why I'm feeling this way. It's very a vulnerable place for me. It's very uncomfortable to not know. But in this place of not knowing is the place we must be. And I really want to urge you, if you're feeling this way right now, because many of us are, do not hide. Do not hide here, you know, in this experience, and, you know, in hopes of pleasing others, right, and saving them pain. I know so many of our friends and family want to hear, okay, are you leaving, are you staying, are you going? They want to hear something solid as well, because if you're not solid, that makes them feel uncomfortable. So, once again, this causes us more pain and more unhappiness. So speak your truth as you know it, as soon as you know it. As I always say, live authentically out loud in your truth. Realize it's okay. When you feel like you've lost your way, you haven't. This is not a detour, okay? As painful as it feels, as uncomfortable as it feels, remember that there is more going on than meets the eye. There's a bigger picture, right, with a greater purpose. Life is always conspiring in our favor. We just don't always see it that way right away, right? Can you look back to times in your life where you felt probably they were the most painful? But after a while and after time passes, you realize they were the best things that ever happened to you. So surrender to not knowing and trust. For it's in this void, this most uncomfortable place that I've been in even for a while, out of this nothingness that we create everything, right? In this place of I don't know is our opportunity to be reborn and start new. Remember, death is not the opposite of life. Life has no opposite. The opposite of death is birth. Life is eternal. Eckhart Tolle. So, I really invite you right now to step out of your story. Step out of it. That's not your story anymore. Do not stick to it. Okay? Step out of it. Step out of who you thought you were and stop telling your story. Let it all go. Let it all fall apart and let it all wash away. Then write a new script. Much love, light, and aloha. Until next time, please visit www.outloudproductions.tv, where we offer a safe place for you to live in your truth. Namaste.